Straight ahead on CTV News tonight, new security measures coming to your local airport.
TSA officials unveiled new technology that will help spot fake IDs and passports. I'm Katara Jones. I'll have all the details coming up on CTV News.
Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Valone. The city of New Carrollton is searching for a new police chief this after its longtime chief is fired. David Rice served as chief of the department for nearly 18 years. The mayor says he was let go because of a personnel matter. Felicia Nembhard says that she could not discuss the issue, but did have this to say to CTV News.
I just ask that our employees deliver. We have a city to run, we have a city to keep safe, and that's all I ask of our employees is to do a job that they're getting paid to do. That's it.
Are you saying that he hasn't been doing his job?
I cannot disclose that at this point in time.
Now, problems for Rice began late last year when he was temporarily prohibited from entering the police department building because of a confrontation with the city employee who filed a restraining order against him. Meantime, Rice is reportedly planning to file an EEOC complaint against the city for wrongful termination. Well, since March, TSA has been rolling out new technology at security checkpoints at BWI Marshall Airport. CTV's Katira Jones is at the airport to explain what it means for travelers.
When travelers go through security checkpoints here at BWI Marshall Airport, they will now have their picture taken and their ID scanned. Now, this is all a part of the airport's new Cat 2 units known as credential authentication technology. TSA officials say the new machines will help to verify if an ID is fake or valid.
So our CAT units here are the Cat 2 systems, which are the upgraded versions of the original. This system here is able to identify a passenger and their credentials as they appear to us with biometrics. And so what that does is it authenticates the individual who's in front of us off of the ID or the credential that they present to us. It also tells us whether or not the individual has a valid flight out of our airport or whether they don't have a valid flight out of our airport. If there's any security features whatsoever on that ID that they presented that are not valid or there's some concerns about that, our officers will see that on the screen that they are able to do secondary screening on the ID that they presented to us and whether they can clear the ID or determine that it's a fraudulent ID. There is an efficiency piece to this. So when a traveler comes up to our travel document checker and our CAT units, the passenger now is able to insert their own ID, whether it be a driver's license, a military card, or they're able to place their passport on the machine and the equipment themselves. So it's kind of a touchless feature, which does speed up the process and it enhances the ability for the passenger to get cleared through our screening technologies quicker.
TSA officials say the Cat 2 units are now at all 36 security checkpoints here at BWI Marshall Airport. Katara Jones, CTV News.
And TSA officials also say that photos taken at security checkpoints will not be saved. Well, Bowie police are seeking help finding a critically missing person. This is 66-year-old Raymond Cryer Sr. Cryer is 5 feet 8 and 158 pounds. He was last seen yesterday at about 9:30 a.m. on Plane Tree Way in Bowie, wearing a gray sweater, gray cargo pants, and gray and orange running shoes. Police say he may be in the area of Howard University in D.C. If you have any information on Cryer's whereabouts, call 240-544-5700. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Valone. We will be back in just a moment.
Wolves embody the wild spirit in us all. They defend our ecosystems, inspire our culture, and even became our best friends. But right now, wolves need our help.
I got him. Shut yourself a wolf, buddy. wolves in the crosshairs.
Administration removed gray wolves from the endangered list.
States expanding wolf
Kill
hunting.
an unlimited number of wolves.
Using drones, four-wheelers.
Trapping them. Killing wolf pups in their dens.
Paying people to shoot them. It's like vengeance on wolves.
But we have the power to stop the slaughter by putting the gray wolf back on the endangered species list.
We are calling on the Biden administration to relist gray wolves.
The gray wolves.
Relist wolves before it's too late.
Go to relistwolves.org and raise your voice for the wolves.
Welcome back. County Executive Angela Alsobrooks is criticizing a proposal to limit townhouse developments. The council is considering a 2-year moratorium on the construction of new townhomes, but Alsobrooks says it would create another barrier to home ownership and negatively impact the local economy. She also says the council has fast-tracked the process for adoption. Council Vice Chair Walla Blagay says the goal is to limit sprawl and to focus development near transit centers. Well, horsemen and the Maryland Jockey Club continue to search for a compromise on Laurel Park Racetrack. Racing remains on hold after 5 horses suffered fatal injuries in racing or training this month. Horsemen and breeders say the racetrack's dirt surface is unsafe, while the operators of the track say it's fine for training and racing. Regulators of the industry, the Maryland Racing Commission, called an emergency meeting yesterday to iron out the differences. The commission says it will bring on a consultant to assess the track. Now, Governor Wes Moore signed a series of environmental bills last Friday, including one aimed at growing sales of no-emission trucks on Maryland roadways. The Clean Air Trucks Act of 2023 directs the state to adopt the Advanced Clean Trucks, or ACT rule. That rule requires that manufacturers of medium to heavy-duty vehicles increase their sales of zero-emission models over time.
A rule like this is really exciting because there are a lot of benefits. There's really great localized health benefits. We're improving air quality. We're getting rid of some of that dirtier pollution that's coming from internal combustion engines powered by diesel in the case of trucks. You know, there's a decarbonization aspect as well. And then it's a really exciting time in terms of economic development opportunity. At a federal level, we've seen the Biden administration want to invest more domestically in manufacturing of vehicles and related parts. And that holds for zero-emission vehicles as well.
And by signing the legislation, Maryland has completed the first step in adopting the ACT rule. It has until the end of the year to finalize the second step. The controversy over stolen funds from Maryland EBT cardholders has been resolved. Governor Wes Moore signed a bill earlier this week that will now allow EBT cardholders who had their benefits stolen to get them back. Officials say $1.8 million in state funds will be used to pay back Maryland families. About 1,000 EBT cardholders are eligible for the benefits. The reimbursement period will be extended for 21 months. A successor to outgoing state delegate Darrell Barnes is scheduled to be named next week. The Washington Post reports that Kent Roberson is the leading contender to fill the seat. Roberson is currently the chair of the Democratic Central Committee, the same party committee that forwards nominees to fill the district vacancy to the governor. The father of 3 is poised to edge out at least 4 other candidates, according to the Post. A special meeting of the Central Committee is scheduled for next Thursday. Barnes stepped down from his District 25 seat to join a lobbying and government relations firm in Annapolis. And still to come, Simon Buggs and your Wednesday sports page. Stay with us.
Hey there, sports fans, and coming up in a bit, I'm here at Bulldog Stadium here at Bowie State University, where I got the chance to talk to BSU football defensive coordinator Avery Williams about 2 Bowie State players who could be selected in the NFL draft. Don't go anywhere, you don't want to miss it.
Let's go, Mom, we're gonna be late. Hi, Mr. Tony. Mom, what's that?
Nothing. Just get in the car. Let's go.
Who did that?
Come on. Right now. In. Get in. Right now. Let's go.
Did you paint it or something?
Move it. Seatbelt on. Right now. Put your seatbelt on.
Thanks for staying with us. Well, NASA Goddard Space Flight Center had some special visitors yesterday. Vice President Kamala Harris and South Korea President Yoon Suk-yeol toured the Greenbelt campus to see firsthand the connection between space science and climate change. The two met with Korean-American scientists and received a briefing on several of NASA's recently launched missions aimed at improving life on Earth.
Here at Goddard, we discussed our cooperation on the issue of space exploration. Notably, last year, South Korea placed a satellite in lunar orbit that carries a high-resolution camera from NASA and will continue to work to search for water on the moon.
Satellites can be a valuable tool in fighting climate change by collecting vast amounts of oceanic and climate data, which can be analyzed to identify causes of global warming and predict extreme weather events. I've always believed that mankind's future lies in space.
And South Korea plans to create its own space agency called KESA. It will work in cooperation with its U.S. counterpart, NASA.
Hey everybody, it's time for your Wednesday Sports Page. The NFL draft begins tomorrow, and there's a chance that two players from right here at Bowie State could be selected. The first is Raymond Boone. Boone, a safety for the Bulldogs, is a very talented player who hails from the DMV area. While at Bowie State, Boone was an HBCU All-American, was named to the All-CIAA second team, and was one of the members of the Bulldogs CIAA championship team. I got a chance to talk to Bulldogs defensive coordinator Avery Williams, and he told me what he thinks Boone's best attribute is.
I think Boone's biggest feature comes off the field and his ability to study film, break down his opponents, understand the pass concepts that he might see during the game, and position himself to be in the best position to make plays for his team.
Another player for Bowie State who could be drafted is Joshua Pryor, a defensive lineman for the Bulldogs. Like Boone, Pryor is also a product of the DMV. He's also had a good career at Bowie, earning multiple All-CIAA first-team honors, a CIAA Defensive Player of the Year award, and played a big role in the Bulldogs' 3 straight CIAA championships from 2018 to 2021. Coach Williams spoke on what Pryor's best attribute is as well.
I would say Josh's best attribute is his ability to think the game. He has the ability to process information in real time and then make the proper adjustments in terms of the counters that he needs to make in the game to be successful.
The NFL draft starts tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Moving on to the major leagues, the Orioles matched up against the Boston Red Sox yesterday, but fell to them 8-6.
The Birds will struggle to put runs together as they only scored once through the first 5 innings.
The Birds' offense will catch fire in the final inning, scoring 5 times, but it will be too late. Now to the Nationals, they also took the diamond yesterday. They matched up against the New York Mets. The Nats will get their 8th win of the season as they shut out the Mets 5-0. Last night's game was the first of 3 in their series against the Mets. Game 2 will be tonight at 7:10. From Bulldog Stadium at Bowie State University, Simon Buggs, CTV Sports.
Thanks, Simon. And now let's get a quick check on our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, mostly clear, lows around 44. Thursday, partly sunny with a high near 68. Friday, mostly cloudy, highs near 60. And Saturday, rain is expected, a high near 67. That is your CTV News Update. I'm Patricia Vallone. Have a great night.